Audubon 2456.
File corrupted. Beginning recovery process.
State of the Save is back with another file corrupted, a digital file corrupted. Those are always fun and nerve-wracking. I would usually go around and introduce everyone around the table, but there's no table. So let's go around the Discord. Of course, I am Eric. To my left on the screen, my normal host, Michael. Michael, what's up, Michael?
I wouldn't exactly call myself normal, but I get what you're saying. Let's hop around the theoretical table and talk about some. Consistency is very important.
We have to set the guidelines here that the listener was like, oh, it's our buddy Eric, our buddy Michael, and then we're gonna go crazy. That's the entire plan here. To my bottom left, we have a special guest with us today. Hi, special guest, introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Tanner. I'm nice. God, I already screwed it up. It's my first podcast appearance.
No pressure.
Nice to be on the show. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're great to have you.
You're also having your first appearance on a very difficult thing with a digital show. Because I'll tell you right now, like, this is a lot harder than around the table show when you can like look at somebody and know when they're about to talk. So you're coming in at like a high degree of difficulty. If this was U.S. gymnastics, we would rank you very high because of your level of difficulty here.
Oh wow, that's very nice.
Yeah, see?
Oh, he stumbled on the landing a little bit, but overall was a very difficult maneuver. So we're gonna say 8.5.
Yeah. It was a high level of difficulty. We're gonna spot you a few points here. You can always tell the show's gonna go places when we start off talking with U.S. gymnastics. You know, the thing you talk about on a video game show.
Are you in an Olympics mood?
No, not at all.
No, I watched skateboarding. That was the highlight for me.
I know that move ruled.
Right? I love
that was the best part for sure.
I love how the vibe was for skateboarding because it was very much like, hey, I'm gonna put some ear pods in. I'm gonna chug some Mountain Dew. I'm gonna do a kickflip on a rail and get a 9.5 and just like nod off like this. I was like, that's such a cool vibe. So skateboarding was great.
The earbuds thing was killing me. I was like, they have to be listening to Blitzkrieg Bop, otherwise they're not really skateboarding.
I was like, Superman by Goldfinger has to be on one of these soundtracks.
I would not be surprised if like whoever the gold medalist was, they asked like, "What's your playlist?" They're like the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 soundtrack.
Yeah,
exactly. What I was listening to get me through the whole thing.
I like that. I like it even at the Olympic level. Skateboarding still will not take your headphones out to do it. Like, you know, you think you're competing at the Olympic level. It's like, fuck it, my earbuds stay in, man. There's no other sport in the history of sports that you can be like, you can't play soccer and be like, hey, I'm gonna listen to a podcast while I run around here. You know, you gotta take it a little bit more seriously. But even skateboards, like, fuck it, man, we're still listening to music as we compete for a gold medal.
Also, the Mountain Dew thing, like after he was done, he was like drinking watermelon Mountain Dew. I was like, aren't you supposed to stay hydrated with like water or something? No, okay, cool. All right, chug that Mountain Dew.
I think a big appeal of skateboarding in the Olympics is that you either see something really cool that you could never pull off, or you see someone just eat shit. Like there's only two options.
There is no middle ground. It is a train wreck, or it is, you know, the coolest thing you're going to GIF and put on Reddit.
Exactly, both entertaining.
Oh yeah, and also I'm pretty sure the Mountain Dew thing is probably like a sponsorship deal. It's like why, like, every time you come off the stage at Warped Tour, you used to have to drink Monster Energy drink. It's because, like, hey, man, Monster paid a lot of money for these stages. You're going to drink the fucking Monster.
Who's ready to dehydrate?
Yeah. And also, it's like all your favorite bands are going off and chilling with a nice Monster Energy drink. There's nothing else being drunk back there. I mean, come on, people. But yeah, we got a great show for everybody today. Bear with us as we are doing a digital show today, so if things sound a little bit different than normal, that's just the way it is. Deal with it.
Bear with us.
Yeah,
your views. 5-star us.
We ask for that at the end when we feel comfortable that it's a good show, because we don't know, like, if I might go off the rails and just have a big rant. Panel might be like, this is my opportunity to lay out my financial plan for Canada. You don't know how this is going to go. You don't ask for reviews until the end of the show, man. You got to think these things through.
All right, I'm making a note.
You're making a note?
I will say, as a listener and viewer of videos and podcasts and all that, I actively do not like it when it starts with asking me to like and subscribe. I'm we'll see at the end.
I derailed the whole thing. All right, cool.
This is why we were never
I'm the one under attack. I invited the guests, and I'm the one under attack.
This is 100% true.
This is why we would never be Ninja, because like Ninja, he's right from the get go. He's like, hey man, I got blue hair, and I want you to like and subscribe. Here at State of the Save, we're here to provide content. All right, we don't have time to ask for we're not begging for reviews. We're not offering to play Sonic games if you give us reviews. We're not doing that kind of shit. We're doing high quality content. This is why we are vastly superior than Ninja. Is Ninja even a thing anymore? I am so far out of what the kids are watching on Twitter. I don't know. I don't watch what the kids watch on Twitter.
Wait, didn't he get bought by Microsoft? He got a contract for Mixer, but I feel like
now he's back on Twix.
Oh god, I wonder if that actually I wonder if he's doing just fine though, and we're just totally out of it. Like if he's doing the exact same numbers.
He doesn't have to work a day in his life with all the money he's got. So wherever he is, he could have fallen to obscurity. He's doing just fine.
You know what? I just remembered. I just remembered the last time I heard of him. Oh god, I'm sorry. It's the digital thing. I remembered the last time I heard anything from him is he just has dumb tweets sometimes. I don't know if you saw the one about his wife and the sandwich. He had a tweet where he's like, my braless wife came in with a sandwich, and in parentheses, not asked for. How's your day going? Or it was something like that, but it was just like, who fucking tweets this? Bro. It's just like, what?
His entire audience is like 12. So he's like,
in fairness.
So let's break this down. This is what this show is going to be. This is File Corrupted.
Sure.
So he goes, okay, my audience of 12-year-olds needs to know today at like 3 in the afternoon. My wife came in. I got to describe my wife, but let's not describe my wife in any way other than the fact that, hey, you can kind of see her tits through a t-shirt. And then you're like, hey, what does she have with her? Well, she had a sandwich. Let's talk about the sandwich. And then let's ask my audience of 12-year-olds what their day is like. It's a weird question. Like,
also, I had to Google Ninja tweet. And I'm like the first page, it's not even on the first page. It's just a bunch of other weird, dumb tweets he said. So let me specify with sandwich. Okay. I am in the middle of carrying a League of Legends game, about to close it out, and my braless wife brings me a sandwich, parentheses not asked for, with chips as I get a double kill bot lane. So how is your day going?
It's a brag. What he's doing is he's trying to humble brag on a bunch of 12-year-olds. Like that would be
I can't even process this.
That would be like if if you want to send this to Ninja wants to come on the show and defend himself, I'm fine with that. Ninja can come defend himself. I'll talk to him. I don't got shit. I ain't got nothing to do today. But
I'll ride his coattails to glory.
He's literally
secretly doing the analytics.
We have tried it before. If you remember correctly, in our very first holiday special, I intentionally picked a fight with the Ninja to try to start something, to try to get us moving up the ranks. And he did not bite. He probably also did not hear it. But, like, he's humble bragging on a bunch of 12-year-olds here. This would be the same thing if I stole the Twitter account for State of the Save, and I just started being like, chilling here in my mansion in my hot tub, playing Alan Wake for the show y'all ain't gonna listen to. How's your day going? Like, it just feels weird. It feels weird. And this isn't what we're supposed to talk about today. It's not even close to what we're supposed to talk about today.
We had a nice little topic lined up.
I don't know, man. It might have to be Ninja tweets, because I'm looking at some of these, and some of these I forgot.
Okay, I'm going to use my executive authority here. Give me 2 more tweets. I want 2 more.
Okay.
Two more.
So this is where he gets like really, again, where you said he's never worked a day in his life. Well, he would probably disagree based on like just the mindset in these tweets. This one, the phrase "it's just a game" is such a weak mindset. You are okay with what happened. Yeah, losing, imperfection of a craft. When you stop getting angry after losing, you've lost twice. There's always something to learn and always room for improvement. Never settle. I just the last part is whatever, but I just love the like you are okay with what happened, losing imperfection of a craft. That's what playing Minecraft is.
Is he reading like Sun Tzu's Art of War or something? Like he's sitting there. Like it sounds like a cross between a fortune cookie and the stuff you would spray paint on a wall of a Gold's Gym. Like, and he's talking about listen. We have a podcast that's like going on 45 episodes of video games. I play me a ton of video games. I love video games. I do not break them down as if I am fighting the war in Europe, okay? Like, I'm not sitting there going, I cannot fail again. Like, I let myself down. I let my family down. I let everyone down. Like, if I lose a game, I go, damn. And then I drink a little bit more water and I go back to playing the video game for a little bit. But, okay, give me one more.
It has the same energy of that dude who, I think it was a Kotaku article, of course, that was like, I beat Sekiro with a cheat engine. Yes. And it was like, you didn't just cheat the game, you cheated yourself. And I'm like, what?
That is the funniest fucking phrasing. I remember when that was a thing. You cheated not only the game, but yourself. Wow.
You know, every once in a while I go, this community takes itself a little bit too seriously.
Oh, if you
me every day.
If you want taken too seriously, this is the other Ninja tweet. This is like the first time I think I heard, not the first time I heard of it, but I remember when this happened. He said, I'll never understand how college and NFL football teams allow kickers that just miss kicks. I feel like there has to be pools of kickers in the USA that won't miss simple kicks, or snappers that won't mess the snaps. I don't know, man. It seems so silly. Would love opinions on this. Sorry, the silly was in all caps, and I was reading that like as it happened, and I didn't know how I should enunciate that.
What?
But it's, so this one he got like absolutely destroyed for. So the screenshot I'm looking of. Thank you to Ducky the Gamer, who responded, "I'll never understand how pro Fortnite players just miss shots. I feel like there has to be pools of pro players." And I remember this because like either that guy or somebody else, Ninja got so pissed at that dude for saying that. He's like, "You have no idea what it's like. You have no idea the skill it takes for Fortnite." It was, oh god, it's
okay. Like there was a massive difference between like a 50-yard field goal.
I know.
And that sounds like something like your angry drunk uncle would yell after his team misses a field goal. Like it's not something that like a guy known for streaming on Twitch is like, I really need to take. You know who never gets taken down a peg? NFL kickers. They're always on their high horse. No one ever takes them down a peg. I think it's time for me, Ward loved Ninja, to show the kickers of the Ward that they suck. It's a really... we got to move on.
We're going to be stuck on this for a while.
It's just going to be reading Ninja tweets and being confused. Because it's not even like we can't, like... I don't even have a great commentary on it.
Right.
Because...
Just look at this weird thing.
It's so weird. You can't really even make a good commentary on it. You can't be like, oh, I can break this down, because there's nothing to break down.
It's not like watching a car crash. It's like rubbernecking on the highway, just going, ooh, that looks bad. Just drives off. Like, I have nothing to add to the conversation. I don't know where it went off the rails.
You just do that thing, everyone.
You're so right, because it's not even like, if you see a big car wreck, that's like a big story. And if you like are rubbernecking, you just say, like when you get home to your wife, you're just like, yeah, I saw this car wreck. Like, and that's these tweets. It's just like, oh yeah, this is a thing I saw. It's not.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Because like that's dead on. Because literally the only thing you can see when you get home, you're just like, I saw a car wreck today, and there's nothing they can say back.
Was traffic bad? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Conversation.
That's what Ninja's Twitter account is. It's just, I saw a Ninja tweet today, and everybody's like, oh,
that already happened. Anyway.
All right.
Speaking of train wrecks.
This show already.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and do what we do best.
I have one last thing to say.
Oh no!
Well, it's okay. It's related
no.
because all I wanted to know was, did he return to Twitch, or like when did he return to Twitch? So I just googled.
That's how it started. That's right.
Ninja streamer, right? All I want to say is that his Wikipedia, it's Ninja and then parentheses gamer, and that just like breaks my heart for some reason. That just I just hate that so much. I hate
Moving
the word
on.
gamer.
I can't dwell on this. I can't. No.
Okay.
I like the idea. I like the idea. I'm not saying this for him in particular, but someone on their headstone just having name and then in parentheses gamer. And just if you want to do that to my headstone, I don't give a shit. I ain't here.
I hope it's like
I just want people to know it's a joke.
I hope it's like this where it's not even a capital G. It is Ninja parentheses all lowercase gamer.
I like to think that he gets real mad about the fact that it's lowercase.
He doesn't change it. He doesn't know you can edit Wikipedia articles.
No, I like to think that he does change it, and then somewhere in the world, someone's constantly changing it back to lowercase.
You're probably
it's
right.
Just a thing.
Constantly, a moderator is just blocking accounts. Like, no, you made one too many illicit edits. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I like to think that every once in a while, he's ignoring his braless wife. And just his own Wikipedia waging this war to try to make sure the G stays capitalized.
Well, when she has a bra on, like, what's the point? I mean, you know what? That sounds like something he would say if you know his other statements about women. That sounds like something he would say.
Yeah.
Moving on.
He's got Ninja. Let's just say this: Ninja's not a great guy. So let's go.
Anyway, who is a good guy?
Would you like to pick one
of us? Would you like to tell us?
I was going to say, well, the topic's Mario. I was kind of going to lead in that way, but...
Hey, it's Mario!
Yeah, Mario.
We're going to be talking... We're going to be talking Mario games today.
Yay!
Michael, explain to me this concept, because...
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to be playing the role of judge.
Okay, that sounds fair. So... the YouTube algorithm served me up a video recently called "How Many Super Mario Games Are There?" And at first you're like, well, duh, and you like start to list them and everything. This guy, you find out, I want to give the video because it's definitely worth a watch. I watched it in my headphones at work while I was doing other things. Jen Misali.
I like the fact that, let's pause for a second. I like the fact that you felt the need really quickly to be like, while I'm doing other things, I was walking. Just in case it went hard.
But so Jen Misali here made like a long introspective video that had had multiple sources from like different Mario wikis and official websites. He had polls of people like giving their opinion on what constitutes a Super Mario game. Because these aren't just like any game with Mario in it. These are specifically what belongs in the mainline Super Mario series. And like a lot of people have like different criterias. A lot of people say this game counts, but this game doesn't count. So I thought it would be fun to have just a semantics argument going through just random Mario games and determining if we think they are Super Mario games or games that include Mario or like spin-offs or just a distinction. But we're mainly here to determine and argue what are Super Mario games.
I feel like this is going to boil down to just two arguments that really, at the end of the day, is just going to be like, I don't like this game as much as I like the rest of the Mario games, so I refuse to consider it canon.
Probably, but like, there's some games that I'm like, I like this game, but I don't think it's a Super Mario game in some aspects.
Okay. And Tano, like, I feel like, Tano, are you willing to participate in this argument?
We've already had some of this argument, yeah.
I get into these arguments with Michael at like 3 a.m. Like, and he is not awake for it, by the way. I'm just arguing with a wall, basically. And then he'll probably reply with like one sentence. Michael's laughing because he knows this is actually what happens. Like, there were even some of them on the list. Like, you set that list, and last night I'm like, I think I was a little aggressive in my text, but I was like, why the fuck is this not on the list? And you were just like, okay, cool. It's just DLC for the podcast. Well, it's just, but it's okay.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Well, we're not. Okay. Actually, there is a question I have to ask, and this is kind of jumping into it right away. But I do want to know because the first game you list here is Super Mario Brothers, which is fair. But obviously Mario debuted in Donkey Kong, but then he was also in Mario Bros. So
those aren't those aren't Super Mario games.
Okay.
But so this is what I'm getting at. So you're taking.
Yeah. Okay. The judge is speaking. I feel like we took up our video game talk about Ninja. So let's go ahead and get into this. I feel like there's enough to go. If you want to hear about what we've been playing, there's plenty of shows that we do a weekly show. You're going to hear about it.
All I will say, as my one time to say it, Guilty Gear Strive, incredible fighting game. Anyway, done.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Okay. I mean, well, yeah, like you said,
we can move on. I want to get that out there into the world.
I think we're going to just be dancing around this topic. So let's just go ahead and get into this so we can get some sense of order here. So, today's courtroom ran by Honorable Eric. We're going to go ahead and say that, Michael, you're on the defense here, because I feel like Tanner is more on the prosecution.
I'm more on the attack in some aspects.
I'm trying to come up with a bit.
It'll be back and forth. Gotcha. Okay.
I'm on the super attack then, if that's the
case. Oh Jesus!
All right. Okay.
But I think the best way to do this, Michael, you have an Excel spreadsheet because this is a Michael-led file corrupted, so that's got to be an Excel spreadsheet. And I love you for it. Don't get me wrong, I love you for it. But no, it's in par with your style.
I knew Michael was a kindred soul to me when I saw that he did a spreadsheet for this. I'm like, okay, this is gonna work.
Well, I took the guy's sources, Jen Masali, for what he used to like compare, and he went through Mario games that were listed on 4 sites: Wikipedia, the Mario Wiki, the Nintendo of America website, and the Nintendo of Japan website, and they both list a lot of the same games, but some of them vary pretty differently in some aspects of what is considered a part of the mainline Super Mario series. And it's all semantics. None of this, in the grand scheme of things, will mean anything, but at the same time, it means everything.
When the aliens come and find what's left of our society, I hope to God this is not the podcast they find. And they're like, well, no wonder they went under. They sat around for an hour.
The year of Luigi is a lie.
They sat around killing each other.
They'll find it in that fucking car Elon Musk shot up to space. They're going to be like, you know what? Between the car and what was in it, this society was not deserving.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Fair.
I'll just be like, yeah, that's kind of an accurate description of us. We were
or the aliens will be like, no. There's some merit to Yoshi's Island.
I feel like that's wishful thinking for you.
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's go ahead and because Tanner already touched on it. You want to go ahead and start off kind of at the beginning here. What is the official start of the Super Mario Brothers timeline or series of games?
Well, I didn't organize these necessarily by timeline order. I list them as I mostly tried to group these in different types of Super Mario games, if you will, depending on their similarities. So right at the top, I got Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 2: The Lost Levels, and Super Mario Brothers 3 at the top of the spreadsheet. And I think they all agree that those are all Mario games, all of the sources, except Nintendo of America does not recognize Mario 2: The Lost Levels as an official Super Mario game.
Okay, so
I just like the phrasing. I just like the phrasing. Does not recognize. We do not recognize the country of Taiwan.
Every time that they come up to the podium at the E3, Nintendo turns their back on them, refuses to look at them. So heading over to the prosecution panel, will you agree that those all count as official Super Mario Brothers releases?
Yes, and just to be clear, Lost Levels is as well. Just
Lost Levels is as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like
is wrong on that one.
For our listeners who don't know, we got a different Mario 2 than what Japan got, and we eventually got it as re-releases called The Lost Levels. And basically, The Lost Levels were Mario 1 levels taken to someone did a line of cocaine and was like, I'm gonna make some Mario levels and make them sadistic and evil. So long story short, Nintendo of America got it and was like, we can't release this. So they took another game called Doki Doki Panic and put Mario skins on it, and that's what we got over here. And it released in Japan as Super Mario USA, which is on Japan's list. So Japan recognizes the American Mario 2 as an official Super Mario game. But America's like, no, we don't want that America stuff over here.
Well, it's funny because they kind of had to, because they kept making the games and stuff from the American Super Mario Brothers 2 was incorporated into Mario. Like the first one that comes to my mind is Shy Guys. That is in...
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's in Doki Doki Panic, not any of the Japanese developed Mario games at the time. Which, I mean, Doki Doki Panic
too,
also...
yeah.
Yeah, and Birdo, who has been a mainstay in like all the spin-offs, also debuted in that game. And even like kind of semi-recently with Super Mario 3D World, they based the characters, the playable characters, on their Mario 2 versions. So they really have incorporated that into Mario canon.
And there's nothing from like the American side that carried over from Lost Levels beside like the poison mushroom, which...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's... I believe
it makes
also...
sense.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That feels almost like that was just like a token. Like, we have to take something from your game, so let's just put the poison mushroom. I think that you have to say that Lost Levels counts, because anybody worth their salt who is a fan of the Mario series is gonna track that thing down and play those things. And
at least the first world, and then go,
I
nope.
was about to say, for 2 minutes, it's brutal. It is absolutely brutal.
It's refreshing though to play a Mario game where it's just like, yeah, fuck you. Mario doesn't give a shit about you. You thought Mario?
Well, we have Mario
was your
Maker
little
for
buddy?
that now.
Yeah, pretty much. Mario Maker basically is make your own Super Mario Brothers 2 level. That is what it really is.
Basically.
Okay,
right,
so we
the
have
next one. Yeah,
we have a starting point. We have all come to agreement. Michael,
all the
go ahead
NES
and move on.
Super Mario games count. All right, Super Mario World.
One last thing I just wanted to note on
okay.
Doki Doki Panic Mario Brothers 2. I believe a lot of the Mario people worked on Doki Doki Panic anyway, just for people who say it doesn't count because of X reasons. Like, no, it was
a Miyamoto joint.
I definitely think it was Miyamoto. I think other people did as well. But yeah, just when there was sort of almost like a backlash, like, well, Mario 2 is not a real Mario. It's like, well, it was made by the people, and like they were doing a 2D platformer. Why not?
I feel like anyone who's having a backlash against that opinion is doing it just to be, contradictory. Spiteful. Just to like be contradictory. Like, oh, I got a controversial opinion. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Okay, Michael, let's move on to our next section.
Super Mario World is a Super Mario game. I think we can all agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it gets
Prosecution
contentious.
Agrees. I agree. We have all.
This is where it gets contentious. There's a sequel to Super Mario World, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
This is where it splits.
This one coming.
I am very much in the Yoshi's Island is a Super Mario game camp.
Man, this is the one that tears me up more than the other one I'll get into, the one I'm ready to fight about. Like, this one, I'm always like ready to go either way. So obviously after this game, like, Yoshi is his own franchise. They've kind of been pushing him with puzzle games with Yoshi and Yoshi's Cookie, but after this, like, Yoshi becomes a distinct platformer franchise. This is so different to me than Super Mario World. And that is where I kind of wonder if this should just not even... I mean, obviously, it has Super Mario World 2 in the title. So that makes all my points moot, in a sense. But
there's gonna be a game with a similar situation that I'm not having on my list.
Oh, right. No, that's the one I want to argue about, because I think it should be... Oh, yeah, we'll get to it.
But
Mario World 2, it... Let me ask you this before I give it to you. Do you refer to that game as Super Mario World 2, or do you refer to it as Yoshi's Island?
Both.
Oh, bullshit! You'd never call that.
Yoshi's Island for shorthand. But when I'm referencing it, I go Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
I call bullshit. There is no way. In casual conversation, you throw out all those words.
I think
in casual conversation, no, but when I'm like referencing it as like a piece of media, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. I have heard you speak about Yoshi's Island, and it's never Super Mario Brothers 2 Yoshi's Island. It is always. So I was playing some Yoshi's Island.
Can I make one more argument for my side of how this is a Super Mario game?
Will.
All right. Using a metaphor here. So the episode of Arrow where like the Flash appears.
Jesus.
Oh god.
The episode of Arrow where the
Flash appears. I remember that fucking episode.
Yeah, and he gets struck by the bolt of lightning at the end of that episode, and then the Flash happens. Is that both like required viewing for the Flash series moving forward, because it establishes like Barry Allen as a character? You could just play the Yoshi games by itself, but if you're really missing out if you don't check out Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, you could watch the Flash by itself, but like you also need to see his introduction in Arrow.
Okay, just like with Eric, what Eric said, I have to contradict you right now. I watched the Flash before I watched Arrow, and I had no issues at all.
It's not saying like it's an issue thing. I just think you're like missing like a piece of the puzzle.
I did
you
not
can play
feel
the
that.
Yoshi game.
Okay. Okay. I'm
argument's falling apart.
I'm going to go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. You went too far, Michael. You went too far, because at first I was with you. At first I was like, of course it's a Mario game. It's a Mario game. It's in the title. Here's like two things. One, like using that same logic by saying that it adds to the series, that would be like saying that anytime you play through the Resident Evil series, you have to play Code Veronica because it adds to the story or adds to the series. But you don't. And we all know you don't. And we all know you don't. And so like here, if you're playing through all the Super Mario Brothers, Yoshi's Island is more of like a spin-off added, extra content that's good. It's a good one. But is it really necessary to fully explain and fully enjoy the Super Mario Brothers franchise? I think that you went like
you're right. You're right.
I think you walked yourself into a corner, brother.
I did. I walked on my own. I set the landmines and then walked right over them.
The only defense you have is that it does have it in the title.
No, I have. Okay, but there is a power up you can get as Baby Mario to where you can play. You're running around as Baby Mario with no Yoshi. I
entertain this. Listen, like I said, I'm torn on this one, and that one is a legitimate argument as far as I'm concerned for considering it a Mario game.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna lay my verdict down. Not a Mario game.
Whoa! That's gonna make people angry.
It wouldn't be the first. Here's the secret, Tannel. It's not the first time. It's not the first time.
Let for the record state that I'm mad. I'm not happy with it, but
I think that it's more of a Yoshi game. Like it kickstarts the Yoshi franchise, and the fact that it's
insane. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
No, like the fact that it's got Super Mario Brothers 2 on there is just a way of selling the game. You stick that title on there, you're more likely to sell more copies. But to me, it sounds like it's more of a Yoshi's game.
And I think they said that. I think it was that was part of it. Was we don't know if this will sell with just Yoshi on the cover. Put Mario World 2 on there.
Yeah, and there's a reason why Nintendo of America, Nintendo of Japan, and the Mario Wiki do not have it as part of the mainline Super Mario series. Only Wikipedia does. So I imagine that's one thing.
That's nuts. Sorry, I'm looking at the spreadsheet again.
Yeah.
I thought that we'd be in the minority here, like arguing against it. I think because when I've heard it argued, I've always heard it argued that it is.
In the video, it's like the general question was, is this a mainline Super Mario game? It is split right down the middle. So it's a 50-50. You can go either way camp.
Interesting.
It's definitely a harder decision, but I think that it has to go that it's a Yoshi's game. It's a Yoshi
I don't
game.
like it. I don't agree with it, but I accept it.
Well,
but you want to know the weird thing, the weirdest argument that was in that video for Yoshi's Island not being a Mario game? It was like, it was Super Mario World 2 is a Yoshi game. If Super Mario World 2 is a Yoshi game, therefore Super Mario 1 has to be a Yoshi game and is not part of the mainline Mario series. It's like, what? Because it takes place on Yoshi. Because it takes place on Yoshi's Island, so it's a Yoshi game. It's not a Mario game.
You can't go back and dequalify a Mario game because the sequel was not a Mario game. That's not how this works.
That's one argument. I'm like, that makes no sense. Sorry.
But that's not the only argument. If that was the only argument why it's not a Mario game, then we'd have to like debate that kind of reasoning. But we don't, because there's more than one argument.
For me, it all boils down to, and as the high quality, very qualified judge that I am, it all boils down to one, it kickstarts a bunch of Yoshi games. You don't refer to it as Super Mario Brothers 2, no matter what Michael says he does. It's Yoshi's Island. It does
sure every
play.
Time I mention it now to get the whole title.
Yeah,
and people will say you could just call it Yoshi's Island.
People will ask you like, why do you say it so weird? Like it's, but also you play that game. You play that game entirely. You know, I know those power ups and stuff to play as Mario, but you play that game primarily as Yoshi, as a Yoshi. Game.
Yeah.
As a Yoshi game, and Mario just happens to be in it.
It's still on my list, but yeah, I'm marking you guys down for not a Super Mario game. All right, so next on the docket, I got the Game Boy Mario game, specifically the Super Mario Land series. And all the publications agree that Super Mario Land and Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, are both Super Mario games. But the real point of contention with this trilogy is Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land, because you don't play as Mario at all. You play as the entire game as Wario, and it's the first game in the Wario Land series that would spin off and have a bunch of sequels. And none of the publications say that Wario Land is a Super Mario game. They all classify that as like a spin-off.
All right. Well, here's the thing. Every single one of those publications is incorrect. Let's just be clear about that.
Right.
I played
Let's pause for us. I'm gonna jump in before you make this argument.
Mm-hmm.
You're making an argument against the thing that we voted out Yoshi's Island for.
Yep.
All right. So let's go ahead. Tread cautiously, Council.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We don't want to set a precedent.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
All right. So, I, until this year, had only played Wario Land 4. I played Wario Land. Actually, I did all 5. Like, I did Mario Land 1 and 2, Wario Land 1, 2, and 3, all this year. I just went and played those just because I felt like it, and I had never played them before. So, Wario Land 3 is not the same game as Wario Land 2. The stuff that will define Wario Land is barely, if not at all, in Wario Land 1.
So does it just play like a traditional Mario Land game, but with Wario, essentially?
Yeah, it really does. There is like a treasure hunting aspect to it, but nothing that I think is that crazy compared to like Mario World Secret Exits. It reminds me almost of that. And playing as Wario is not as drastically different as Mario. There's some key differences. And again, I booted it up last night just to test it and remember it, because Wario Land 2 and 3 are fresher in my mind. So a big thing in Wario Land 2 and 3, which they do ditch for Wario Land 4, is that Wario can't die. His body is changed, but he can never actually die. You can't even fall off a cliff. Or you can, but they're solid ground. You can never fall to your death.
Okay.
So right off the bat, Wario is like really weird, but not in Wario Land 1, Super Mario Land 3. Also, I want to note that when we're talking about like the presence of Mario, Yoshi's Island is Baby Mario. This is a different version of Mario. In Wario Land, Mario does show up at the very end, and it is him being a jerk. But he does show up. And let's see, what else?
You've convinced me, actually. Just the way there you said.
I've got another big point, which is just, I would say play Super Mario Land 2 and then play Wario Land, because Mario Land 1 is a game that is very different by necessity. They were trying to really emulate the original Super Mario Brothers on the Game Boy, but one of the things that makes that game work is that you can see so much of the screen, and Mario is kind of a small part of the screen. Mm-hmm. In Mario Land, he's like too small that you can like barely see him, especially if you're playing on like that original Game Boy.
That was the problem with early Game Boy games. The sprites were so small and they moved so fast on the dot matrix screen. It was hard to see what you were looking at. which is why.
And his sprite in Mario Land is not it's not bad. I mean, again, it's serviceable. They did what they thought they had to do.
Yeah.
But with Mario Land 2, they really got to make their own thing, and the Mario sprite is much bigger. It's kind of like comparable in size to Wario's. Wario is probably a bit bigger.
Yeah, Wario.
And just to oh, I love his sprites. Like Wario has such good sprites, dude. He really does. I can't describe like when you play these games how good Wario sprites are.
That's just true to Wario's character. Like those WarioWare games are chock full of that character.
Yeah, and honestly, like I think Wario might be my favorite ancillary Mario character.
Mm-hmm.
Ancillary even is to me. I think he's just like he might be the best Mario characters, him or Luigi, and whichever one it isn't number one is their second.
I think you convinced me. Yeah, I'm putting Wario Land on my list of Super Mario games. I think that was a really compelling argument there. I have nothing to add.
I think your big argument is the fact that it changes so dramatically in the second game in the series. That becomes what Wario it becomes in that second game. So I feel like you're almost saying that it's like a holdover. It's a Mario game just with a different protagonist.
Yes, so I think Yoshi's Island, they were creating a drastically different game.
That's fair, yeah.
And I think with Wario Land, they were like they had the model of a Game Boy Mario game that they were then incorporating Wario into. And again, it's not that he plays the exact same. He can. Oh, but I'll see. Real quick, Michael. Before there's one more argument that I just want to also seal the whole thing.
Okay.
So the immortality argument I made earlier, that does go away with Wario Land 4. He can die again. But one thing that does not ever really come back, except I think in Virtual Boy Wario Land, which I don't even think is on this list. I just need to bring it up. That is a thing. That is where actually it becomes its own game. But one thing about Wario that is again a holdover from Mario, and specifically a holdover from Mario Land 2, is that Mario Land 2, his power-ups all came from hats because they were able to like swap the hat out. It was a visual that you could recognize.
Okay.
And in Wario Land, which Super Mario Land 3, it's the same thing. The only power-ups he has are different hats.
Okay.
The rest of the body doesn't change at all.
And that's like Odyssey's thing too. So if we want to go even further down the line with hats, then it's all connected.
It is. But in Wario Land 2 through the rest of the series, there's no hat power-ups. Instead, his body is like morphed in weird ways. So he'll be like set on fire, and he'll be running around because he's set on fire, but there's a wall that can only be broken down by someone set on fire. And so then you can finally go through that while you're still on fire. So that's how they would do it in the later games.
Okay.
So I would definitely leave out the later Wario Lands.
Of course,
but Wario Land 1, I certainly consider a Mario game.
You've convinced me, and especially...
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, Michael.
I was going to say, that's also a good point, too, because if Wario Land plays so much like the other Mario Land games, when Yoshi's Island plays more like the Yoshi games that would come later. So I see that point.
I think that's the big argument.
Yeah.
That's the argument. I'm going to go ahead and side with you on this one, too, and say it is a Mario game. Because of the fact that, the Wario games really take off in the second game as a separate thing. But also, here, it seems like if you swap protagonists and you just stuck Mario in there instead of Wario, it would still feel like a Mario game. Like, you can't do that with Yoshi. You can't
100%.
You can't just stick Mario and have Mario taking care of a baby and say it's going to feel the same.
True.
Here, you could just swap those two, and it would feel like a Mario game, and you wouldn't know the difference.
That's
so
fair.
I'm going to also side with this. I'm going to go ahead. Gavel's coming down.
Yeah, I think that'll give me like something later on, too, but we're not there yet.
Oh, yeah. So we'll build arguments then.
Yeah, I was about to say,
banking this for later. No, I'm not activating it. I'm just laying it down right now. It's out of my hand. It's on the field.
This is one of the games I didn't mention I've been playing is that Ace Attorney, like the great Ace Attorney.
Oh, don't say anything about that. I need to experience that like blind.
All I will say is it just reminds me of being like, oh, you think you've got a point, and the prosecutor just smiles, and you're like, God damn it, he's gonna use like the super amazing point against me later. Like, that's basically what I feel like right now.
I was in when I discovered the existence of Herlock Sholmes. I'm like sold. I need to.
Herlock Sholmes rules.
Okay.
There was the excitement level when he was talking about Herlock Sholmes. It blew me away. I've never seen someone that excited about what I thought was just kind of like a pun. But we shall digress. Let's move on to the next Mario game, Michael.
These are the most uncontroversial ones. 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, Galaxy 2, and Odyssey, all of the 3D, mainline 3D platformers.
I'm going to go over to the prosecution. Prosecution, do you agree that those are Mario games?
Yes, although I would be very entertained if anyone decided to argue for Galaxy but against Galaxy 2. If anyone wants, or reverse. If anyone wants to do that, please be my guest.
If someone would like to send in to stateofthesave@gmail.com or at stateofthesave on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram and say, hey, this is why Galaxy 2 is not a fucking Mario game. Y'all need to deal with it. I would be more than happy to read your entire email on this next show. Like,
the only thing I would note is that Mario Sunshine is a kind of different Mario game, but no one argues that it's not a Mario game.
You're collecting... It's very much in line with the 3D ones. You're going around collecting stars, and then when you get enough stars, you can fight Bowser. Yeah.
I think if it didn't have that baseline of collecting stars to fight Bowser, you could make an argument. But that baseline keeps it in the series. It's still, at the end of the day, if you boil it down to its barest components, it's a Mario game. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that's weird that we don't really go back to ever again. And gets buried under a mountain of Nintendo telling us that, oh, don't worry about that one. Your Galaxy.
Michael,
yes.
When you list off those games, can you repeat them one more time for me?
Yes. Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2, and Super Mario Odyssey.
Ooh, okay. So I see what you did there. I see you left one off.
3D World is... We'll get to that.
I was gonna say we'll get to it, but I just caught myself. I'm like, wait, we didn't address this one.
It's paired with like a different style of 3D Mario, like a hybrid style. But we'll get to that.
Sure.
Okay. So next is just it's time to talk about New Super Mario Brothers, I guess, because this was coming. All right, because there's a lot of these games. New Super Mario. I'm just gonna list them all. New Super Mario Brothers, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, New Super Mario Brothers 2, New Super Mario Brothers U, New Super Luigi U, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
May the prosecution make its opening argument?
Me?
You may.
I don't know who's here at this point.
Speak.
Oh yeah, wait. I don't actually. Wait, I thought I was prosecution.
You're the prosecution.
May I, the attorney named Tanner, make my opening statement?
Yes, but 1 second, let the judge make his opening statements.
All right.
I have a hard time making a ton of educated statements on those games because I only played the first one. I realized that these are serviceable Mario games. There was nothing to write home about in my mind. To me, they're Mario games, but they're just non-essential Mario games. It's like the equivalent of a TV show that runs for 10 seasons, and you can you can skip season 7 though because it's not that good. But go ahead, prosecution Tanner. Go ahead and make your argument for these games or against.
So a quick preamble to my argument, if you will, just to go with what the judge says. I would say that I mostly agree with you, with the one note that the multiplayer for the Wii and Wii U ones was really fun. It really, we had a blast playing those games.
I can see that, but my argument there is very few of us have Wii U's.
Yeah.
So
we all had Wiis. I think people forget how well that game did in particular on the Wii.
I played a bunch of it on the Wii at someone's house and had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I have no opinion basically on the new Super Mario games, except one, and it's a selection on this list. But
yeah. I mean, Eric, were you about to say something? I'm sorry.
No. Weird fact: I did not own a Wii. I'm the one person in video games who didn't own one. But also, I'm not arguing they're serviceable. Anything with Nintendo, barring some weird offsets here and there.
The Devil's
Third Hotel Mario, a Super Mario game.
Yeah, but I feel like if you have a Mario game, you're going to have a serviceable time. You're going to have a good time. With these, there was just nothing to write home about. Like when I would see one coming out, I'd be like, if you put that in front of me, I'll play it. But it wasn't like a Galaxy when Galaxy first came out, or when like Mario 64, where it's like when you see it, it's like, oh shit, like I gotta get that Mario game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these were like appetizers to those being the main course. So like
there was a trailer,
and that's just a partial effect.
I remember the trailer for the first one where all of a sudden you get the super mushroom and Mario's huge,
yes.
and just like wrecking blocks, and then you do it once and you're like, cool, and then the second time it's like, cool, I did it.
Yep. I remember
that gimmick to sell the DS. We're like, oh, he's big.
I know that trailer by heart. Like I was so hyped for this game, and again, I did enjoy it. I think it's sometimes hard for us to relate to the fact that just for a lot of people, 3D Mario is really hard, and 2D Mario is much simpler. I think because we're core gamers. I hate that word, but like we're
Ninja's
core...
somewhere. Ninja's tweeting right now.
Lowercase.
Podcasts that make fun of me being called a gamer. Ninja's like podcasts that make fun of me being called a gamer shouldn't call themselves gamers. Back to my wife bringing me sandwiches, not wearing a bra.
Ninja made like $300 in the time that I've been shitting on him on this podcast. But like I do think that 3D Mario's, and I back this up with the fact that Nintendo has said this. I forget who, but one of them said like they lost people when they went to 3D because it was just hard for people to understand how a 3D game worked.
That's fair. And my dad was one of those people. Whenever I got the PlayStation, he fell off games. He would like play with me when we were playing like Super Mario World and like Killer Instinct and stuff. When it hit the 3D, he fell off of it.
They're very true because like my dad was the same way. We had a Nintendo and then a Super Nintendo, and like he played a ton of games. Like he played a lot of sports games, but he would also play Mario Brothers. He would play the Duck Huts of the world and things like that. And it wasn't uncommon for him to like on a Saturday night to grab play some video games. But when we got the PlayStation, and then definitely when we got like the PlayStation 2. Mm-hmm. He really fell off of most games. He could still play like a Madden or something like that, but anything that had like a 3D camera controls or just beyond him. Like I remember getting Ghost Recon 2 for the I want to say the PlayStation 2, and like he bought that game because he thought it looked interesting, and couldn't get past the first level. And he's a smart guy, but it was more just like the concept of using a 3D camera and operating the camera and the character independently using both sticks was just beyond him. And like a lot of people, if you don't get it in a short amount of time, mm-hmm. unless you're somebody like us who sit around thinking and talking and playing a lot of video games, if you don't get it in that short amount of time, they're very quick to just drop it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, video games aren't for me then. Where
mm-hmm.
They're not going to invest the time into figuring out how to do it. So yeah, I think that's a good point. Mario was like a standard series for a lot of people, and when you go to 3D, everyone talks about like Mario 64 being like this amazing game, and it is, but it probably was a game that a lot of people bought and were like, I can't play this game, the camera's moving around, I can't see shit.
Yeah, I mean, if we go by our own determinations here that Yoshi's Island is not a Mario game, Mario World was 91 and New Super Mario Brothers was 2006. Now, I just got horrified realizing that the same amount of time between New Super Mario Brothers and now is also 15 years.
Nope.
Yeah, well, I know. You guys are shaking your heads. We'll not talk about that any further. That is a weird... Oh, God, that's fucking horrifying. Okay, but I also want to note... I want to back up my original point here, just in terms of like the 2D versus 3D, that there's so much appeal for that. I want to back that up with some numbers. So also with the Wii, Mario Galaxy 1, these stats are from 2020.
Okay.
Mario Galaxy 1 sold 12.8 million units worldwide. New Super Mario Bros. Wii sold 30.32 million units worldwide.
Wow.
I knew it would be high. I would not, if you would have like told me to put money down,
that's almost unfathomable.
It was high.
Like,
yeah.
Isn't it like
30 million people on a game?
Like, I know that I feel like you could only do that back in the Wii days. That was the last time where it's just like everyone had like three games they bought for it. Like I would love to know what the Wii Play sales are because everyone bought that because it came with the controller.
Probably.
But yeah, we won't have to get the whole Wii thing. No, my God, it's sold 8. Yeah. Anyway, my only point is just that I understand kind of writing off these games, but the general audience did it. To the general audience, this is the main Mario series, and like Galaxy is like a weird spin-off.
And there's a lot of merit there, and because of that, I do think most of them qualify as Super Mario games, with 2 exceptions. I would say New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe doesn't count because it's a re-release. Like, that's iterative at that point. Like, it's a re-release.
But then why are we bringing it up on this list at all? I feel like if it's a re-release, it just gets in.
Oh, because
if the original got in.
Because Wikipedia, Nintendo of America, and Nintendo of Japan qualify those as official Mario games, Super Mario games.
Because
I Have a Conspiracy is currently being sold. They want to have that on the website. Yeah, that's the one you can currently own. So I have a feeling it's a little bit iterative calling those Mario is on the list, as well as it doesn't take the place on those lists of you, but it's just iterative in my mind. Like, I don't think there's any point in listing that.
I think what you do in that situation, you would just put it beside the original release and just say this also counts because it's almost the same thing.
It's like it's like saying the VHS version of a movie and like the Blu-ray version of a movie are 2 different movies.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The content is the same. If the content is the same, then the game is like it's almost a moot point. Like, it's not even, it doesn't get us, it wouldn't get its own line. If we were making this as a physical list like you are, it wouldn't get its own line.
Where the thing sorry, go ahead.
The contentious one. No, sorry, I was going to say, I think you're about to get into the one that we can debate.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go ahead. New Super Luigi U.
Yes, okay, it does have Luigi's name in it.
That's not my argument. You can have a Luigi game that's also a Super Mario game, but this isn't it. I'll let you.
Okay, so, couple things. Number 1, I did own a Wii U. I still own a Wii U. I had New Super Mario Brothers U. I know, yeah. Listen, we're a tight-knit community. You know, we all catch up with each other every weekend.
You could probably all fit inside like a modern-day Chili's. So I'm pretty sure everyone who still has one could fit into the Chili's.
Man, it's funny that like there was that headline about how Metroid Fusion was like exploding on the Wii U eShop, and I'm like, well, yeah, if they sell 10 copies, it's the #1 selling game on the Wii U. Like, what are you talking about? Of course, it's the #1 digital seller on the Wii U. I guarantee you, 10 people hooked up their Wii U to buy it. Anyway, like, so I did play it, and I downloaded New Super Luigi U as DLC. But I want to note that it is available as its own retail release, like separately on a disc.
But it started as DLC. It's a DLC pack of levels. It's an expansion to New Super Mario Bros. U, but it's not. It's very much tied to that game. Every time they re-release it now, it's tied to that game because they are one and the same. Even though they did do a re-release for the Year of Luigi, putting it on a box and everything. It's still DLC. It's an expansion. What? Yeah, it's
got its own title. You know, it's a DLC, but it does have its own title. So to me, that can separate it out into its own game, because you can make an argument that like Dragon Age Awakening or whatever it was that was the expansion for that is a separate game. You can play it without the original. You can play Luigi without the original. So I think the argument that is DLC could just
that's fair. Because just today I was thinking of Blood Dragon, how Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon was a DLC, but at the same time it's my favorite Far Cry game.
Yeah. Also, I want to note that I just had my Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright moment where I just looked something up because I was curious, and now this is my vital piece of evidence.
Okay.
So, gameplay-wise, Luigi, ever since Super Mario Bros. 2, not even USA, I think since Lost Levels,
yeah.
Luigi has had different physics than
He
Mario. he jumps higher and he slides more before he stops. In New Super Luigi U, Ace Attorney hands on the desk, Luigi plays exactly the same as Mario.
The crowd goes shocked.
What?
I feel like I must say this. I feel like he hit you with a pretty good point. And this goes back to my point on why.
This is legit in Ace Attorney, where like the prosecutor would like that's legit.
I feel like if we use the Wario logic, where we said that if you just replaced him with Mario, would it be a Mario game? Here is a definition of it's just a palette swap. He's literally Mario. He plays the same. Michael, you're on thin ice.
I am on thin ice.
You better pull out a Hail.
I yield.
There's got to be a Hail Mary.
That's fair. I can't argue that.
I like the fact that we're like, pull out a Hail Mary, Michael. And you're like, I yield. It's like
Really,
Michael's
you'd be
like,
the worst Ace Attorney lawyer. You're like, no, not a chance. What am I even doing here?
That's the equivalent of punting on third down.
Yeah, I just can't. That's a really good point. I don't personally see it as. Props to you, by the way, for both games that none of the publications said were Super Mario games. You're like, no, these are, and give like legit arguments for.
Dude, I learned my tactics from Ace Attorney. I have to defend like, undefendable clients.
This is the best plug for that game. I need to get that re-release.
Put that on the back of the box. Makes you a good lawyer.
New Super Luigi U makes you a good lawyer.
Yeah. No, I will say though. Like, I think it's very hard to argue when it's just a palette swap. Like if he plays the exact same way, you're just playing as Green Mario at that point. You're not even playing as Luigi. And let's kind of say that's kind of disappointing that they did
I want to note something important though, along with that, and I don't think this counters my point, but just an addendum because I read this is where I'm reading it is Wikipedia. It says that when the player defeats the final boss Bowser, the player receives the option at the start of each level to switch Luigi back to the physics used in New Super Mario Bros. U. Wait, hold on. What?
Wait, what?
What?
So you can
swap
switch
physics? Doesn't that?
Yeah.
What?
So it's
okay. So there's slightly different physics between. Wait, the characters in New Super Luigi U control differently from the characters in New Super Mario U with a higher jump height and less precise handling.
So.
Oh God, this is reverse Ace Attorney. This is what has been turned back on me.
This is the equivalent of finding out that you won. This is the equivalent of finding out that you won the case off of planted evidence.
Yeah, pretty much. I read it wrong. Oh my God.
Okay,
my triumphant moment is completely undercut.
So because of that, should we just ceremoniously take it down? Not a Super Mario.
No, hold on. I'm not like you, okay? I will defend my client to the bitter end.
Okay.
All right? Hold on. There's got to be a point. There's got to be a point that
I'm a public defender for Luigi. I don't mind. What?
The argument I was about to make has also been undercut after reading Wikipedia a little more.
Oh, no.
So, I don't have much to argue. I guess this is that Wario Land is the one that I was going to throw. Like I was going to throw myself on my sword for that one. Mm-hmm. I'm not as passionate. Although it's crazy to me that we would disqualify it for just. No, but Mario's not even in it. Fuck.
I would say I'm going to try to bring this home here. I would say the argument that it's the same situation as Wario could be applied if it wasn't for it was going against the fact that it is a DLC originally. Now it is a separate release, but Mario's not in it. And then I think if you go down that rabbit hole, you have to start including things like, okay, is anything that's like a Luigi-focused game also considered a Mario Brothers game? And that's a whole rabbit hole. I don't know.
I think the level design is mostly just like harder versions of like the levels that are in Mario U.
So I've played this game and I don't remember. I remember really liking it. I actually do. And again, multiplayer I remember was really fun because they added a character, Nabbit, who could not die. So that was actually really fun to play with people who were like not great at these kinds of games. And anyhow, I'm not gonna lie. I think my goose is cooked.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like after the evidence coming to light
cannot-
here that the evidence was incorrect, I feel like just off of principle,
I cannot
counsel.
fucking believe that was the most real Ace Attorney moment that actually has ever happened. It's thinking for a moment, I've got this, and then another piece of evidence is like, no, you don't. Oh God,
this is the joys of podcasting. Trust me, the amount of time we get to spend having ourselves, having these moments on recording is always fun. But I'm bringing the gavel down. Luigi is not considered a Mario Brothers game; it is a Luigi game.
Got it.
So
I just want to say, Michael, could you insert Ace Attorney sounds for all those moments? Those sound effects.
I can't promise. I will try in the end.
No, don't actually. Don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself.
We also we did run into a situation where we were terrifying listeners with the glass break, where every time the glass shattered, people would like complain to me. They're like, "I was driving down the road and nearly lost control of my car because all of a sudden."
I'm a believer in outlawing. I think we should outlaw police sirens in songs.
Yes, absolutely.
Just full stop.
That and sirens and like dogs barking. Those are the three things.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a free speech censor then. I hate police sirens and songs because it freaks me out every time.
Not like songs are fine, but like radio is a different beast. Because with a song, it's like I put this on, I know what I'm getting. It's a known quantity at that point. But if it's like on the radio or something, that's a completely because there's commercials on the radio that have it, and I'm like, you should not be able to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the commercials in particular. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're not here to discuss radio etiquette. Michael.
Nope. All right.
Proceed in our next line of Mario games.
The next line of Mario games is the 2D, 3D like hybrid games, like the Super Mario 3D Land, Super Mario 3D World, and Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Those two are tied together. The publications say that Super Mario 3D Land and Mario 3D World are both Mario games, but and 3 of the 4, the only exception being the Mario Wiki, say Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury is a Mario game. But that's also because it is currently on sale. It is the latest Mario release, I believe. So that could also steer the argument. And so Bowser's Fury is in the same camp as like a new Super Luigi U, I think, except you do play as Mario, but it is a expansion that's tied to an original game, and you can't buy it separate. It's tied to a previous game, and you can't buy that separate.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I think
if you could buy Bowser's Fury separate, I think that would be a Super Mario game, but the fact that you can't, I think that disqualifies it from the conversation.
Oh, wait, sorry, I misinterpreted what you said then. No, I think it is a Super Mario game.
Oh, no. It's
all right.
You can't.
Let's see here.
You can't get it separate. It's tied to an
But would that just mean that it wouldn't?
Yeah, then the whole thing is just another. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that just be like another situation like the re-release, where it's just tied to the original game, so you wouldn't even label it separately
the thing is,
anyway.
New Super Luigi U, I thought was being definitely a DLC that's tied to that game. Bowser's Fury is almost a completely different animal. It's like an open world style Mario game, and because of that, there's nothing else like it. There's no like precedent kind of around like its gameplay style, but it's tied to Super Mario 3D World, and you have to, when you get one, you get the other. So it's a weird situation.
Why is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Story not considered its own, or whatever it's called, Bowser's Fury? Why is that not considered its own Super Mario game?
If you want to make the argument that Bowser's Fury is a Super Mario game, but the 3D World re-release tied to it is not, that's an argument I would like to hear. But
no, what it is then? It's all
what?
Okay. Here's the difference between New Super Mario Bros. U and then the deluxe version. The deluxe version was just the same content, albeit with the Luigi added in, but essentially like the same content, right?
Okay.
In this case, you can consider it a separate game. It is a separate game in that it includes brand new stuff. So it's just its own entry, which is fine.
But most of that entry is of a game that released just a few years prior. It's a Wii U like port with some additional content. Is all it is. Like,
but that additional content is what's up for debate, right?
The additional content is up for debate, but the
remake.
additional content is tied to that. Is it? So, let me ask a question: is it substantial enough on its own, like as a full game, or is it just like this is a really cool like tech demo? Because if it's like a really cool tech demo, why aren't we arguing like Super Mario 125, that Space World 2000
That's a fair
tech
argument.
demo?
I gotta be honest. As a Wii U owner, I didn't buy Super Mario 3D World or the remaster because I already had it for Wii U.
Yeah.
And I've thought maybe picking it up when it was like really cheap, but like mainly for Bowser's Fury. But that's the thing. I don't know. I haven't played Bowser's Fury. And if you want to argue that Bowser's Fury is not its own separate thing, that is also fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's actually, yeah, this is the weirdest one, isn't it? Because
yeah,
you're right.
It's
Can't
not
be
a full
separately.
game. It's like it's a proof of concept for what the next Mario game could be. I'm arguing that it's not on its own. It's not a Super Mario game. It's a concept for what the next one could be, but it's like it's a really cool game. It's a game mode.
How are you feeling, Eric?
I feel like the big question boils down to this, and like how you solve this is saying, is it substantial enough content to justify saying that, like, if you removed it from the re-release and you bought this, is it a substantial enough content to say this is a game?
Not a full price game. If they released it on its own for $20, I would pick it up. But if they released it on its own for $60, I'd be like, "Are you kidding me? No, I'm not paying for this."
Oh wait, sorry. I gotta start reading the full fucking articles before I open my mouth.
That was the gotcha moment coming.
Another one all of a sudden it was like, oh. I googled how long is Bowser's Fury, and it says it'll take you approximately 7.5 hours. Where I'm like, oh, that's substantial as shit. Then it says most of that is beating the 3D World parts, like the regular game.
So what? That's both of the games tied together? No, get that out of here.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's a proof of concept.
You're arguing it. I feel like at this point you're arguing for like it's not a game, it's additional content for a game, and it might be different and it might be new, but it's not enough to say it's a separate game. So therefore that to me says that it's not enough to rank it as an individual game on the list.
It's not part of the mainline series. It's a game mode, and it's like I said it already, proof of concept for what the future Mario could look like. But as like on its own as a part of the mainline Super Mario series, I don't think it is. And because of that, the bundle with that and the re-release tied together, I don't think counts as a mainline Super Mario game.
Yeah, that's fair. If I had played it, I might feel more strongly one way or the other, but I haven't played it, so I honestly, I'm gonna go with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like it's just like I said, it's just additional content. So we're not gonna label that as a Mario game. I view that as just additional content.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move to your next section. Thank you. Appreciate it. I didn't hit the gavel.
Now for the weird.
Here we go.
From here on out, the list gets weird. Because I just grabbed anything with like Super and Mario in the title. So these are going to be like rapid fire ones. Where if we have a point, we can argue. There's a couple I'll argue that but this will get weird from here.
Let's try to do some of these rapid fire because we're getting up on the 2-hour mark here. So
Super Mario Maker, Super Mario Maker 3DS, and Super Mario Maker 2. Those are a separate series. Games. What?
To me, that
separate series.
No.
Yeah.
You're just
play the same.
They play the same, but you're making your own levels. Sure, they have like levels that are like built in there, but the core of the game is that it's a level editor. It's a really good level editor, but Super Mario Maker is its own series. It's not a part of the mainline Super Mario series.
No, it is not. If they, you know what, Michael, come back to me when they've released Zelda Maker, and we could talk if Maker is its own brand now.
Yeah.
But no, it is a Mario game through and through.
I'm just sitting here thinking how much I would like a a Zelda Maker.
You hit your leg. Oh my god, are you okay? Yeah, the dog's okay, guys. Don't worry.
Okay. Let
we had a temporary panic on the.
Call the stenographer. Let the record show that the dog is okay.
Dog's fine. Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, my argument there is playing the game. It's a Mario game, and it just has the added feature. Now it's the main feature of the game of manufacturing your own levels. But when it's time to play the game, you're playing a Mario game.
I see Michael getting visibly angry.
I cannot agree with that. I cannot agree. This is a separate series. Super Mario Maker is its own. It wasn't even going to be called Super Mario Maker. It was going to be called Mario Maker initially. They added Super on it.
Oh, guess what? Like fucking guess what? Super Mario Brothers 2 was called Doki Doki fucking Panic, and we put that on the list.
I guess
there's a game on here just straight up called Wario Land. So like,
it's Super Mario Land 3 Wario Land.
But still, but I'm just saying, name argument only goes so far. Like Halo 3 has the Forge mode, but it doesn't mean that like Halo 3 is not a main part of the Halo series. But when you play Halo,
Forge wasn't released on its own and called Halo Forge. That's
like when you play Mario Maker, it is a Mario game when you play it.
So yes, it's only so with the stipulation that only if you're currently playing it, that it's a Super Mario game.
I just can't believe we're getting this naming discussion from the guy who argued that Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island was a perfectly reasonable reason for it to be on the list.
Okay. That. I'm getting roped into like my own arguments here, and
I love that you open with, "We'll do this rapid fire because these won't be contentious."
I didn't think it would be. I thought we'd be in agreement. Oh yeah, Maker's its own series.
I like also that this was your idea, and now you're like, I'm surprised it blew up in my face.
Yeah.
How'd this happen?
Man, again, hey, listen, if they make Metroid Maker, if they make Donkey Kong Maker, come back to me. We'll take it off the list. But as far as it stands right now, it is Super Mario.
That's a fair point, with the precedent that we can make edits in the future if Nintendo wises up and gives us a Metroid Maker or a Zelda Maker.
Oh, I would much rather have a Zelda Maker than me be right on this podcast. Like, that would be a much bigger deal to me.
Okay, fair point. Let the record show that this is a living document and can be added in the future. That we will agree upon this. Okay.
Right,
okay, I've looked over at my courtroom clerk here. She's agreed.
Even the 3DS version?
Yeah.
What? All right.
When you play the game, it is a Mario game. When I walk, it's like time to play some Mario in Mario Maker. It is Mario. Yes, it has a level editor, and that might be a major feature, but it is a Mario game. The courtroom has spoken.
Super Mario.
What is your?
Okay, I agree with.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but I accept it. It's a quote.
Okay.
Yep.
Lando Calrissian. It's always a good quote to throw around. A living document we can edit in the future. Super Mario Run is a mobile game that is a runner.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I wasn't sure because I only played like the free trial version and was like, this isn't for me, and then quit. But it does have worlds. You do fight Bowser in the end. It is on a 2D plane, so I can, and you play as Mario the whole time, but it's a weird one.
Count it.
It counts. It's just like no one cares enough to make an argument.
Yep.
Pretty much.
So, okay, what's our next one?
Super Mario All-Stars is a re-release.
Yes.
That's a re-release. Yes. I think that counts. Yeah.
Hey, what? No, it's not just a re-release. They redid the physics.
Yeah, but it's like those levels.
It's still the same.
No,
levels.
That game plays differently. Which is why I cannot play that game. It plays differently.
Well, that's just they fucked up the re-release. It's not that it's still a Mario game.
It's just a re-release. It's a remake.
They redid the It's a remake, so it's not really
okay.
It's a remake.
Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 2 remake are different games.
We can't talk about Resident Evil anymore. I'm
barred from Resident Evil. I talked about it too much.
There's like a 5. There's like
Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 7 remake are different games.
Yeah.
Yes, but they're still Final Fantasy games. For the sake of this particular argument, I think we can say that they are different games, but they are still a Super Mario Bros.
They're Super Mario. They're mainline Super Mario games. They're not mainline. They're remakes.
They're mainline. It's a mainline game. It was a big deal.
It's a remake of a mainline game. It's not really a.
First of all, it's three. It's 3 games in one. Third, they remade all of them.
It had lost levels.
Listeners, I'm sorry.
Technicality.
I'm sorry, listeners. We knew there would be semantics, but I didn't know the semantics would get to here. No, I think. So you put an asterisk beside it. It's like
beside it. I put an asterisk beside your mom. All right.
Whoa.
Right. No asterisk here.
Whoa. All right.
Is that what we're ranking moms now? Like that's a whole nother show. Because with that going, I feel like at that point we got.
I cannot agree with that. That can be on. That's getting an X beside you, but like I can't. It's a remake. It's not a part of the mainline series. A remake should be its own category. Because otherwise,
it's different physics.
All right, so the next one, then Super Mario Brothers. Deluxe.
Okay. I see how this is.
Yes,
I see how this is.
But I need the next one.
Typical criminal justice system defense just getting railed. This is
I need the next one to like see where this is gonna go. Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. It is a re-release of Super Mario Brothers on the Game Boy Color. The screen is tighter, but there is some additional content. Do you consider that? But the overall world structure is the exact same as it was on Super Mario Brothers.
What's the additional content?
Some like bonus levels, like there's one where you like race Boo and stuff.
I feel like if you say All Stars this would have to be also.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I want All Stars on the list.
But the sprite work and the level structure is the exact same as it was in original Super Mario Brothers. The only difference is there's some additional game modes, like we argue with Bowser's Fury being an additional game mode. And the screen is pushed in a little tighter because it's on a Game Boy Color. It's a re-release.
See, this one is different than Mario All Stars, actually.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying.
Are we saying that this is like basically just it's just released on a different console and it just has a couple of extra bonus levels?
This is more like the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
Yeah.
So it's almost more like it's not DLC, but it's almost more like the DLC situation where it's like it's added content, but it's not a separate game.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Eric, you gotta be the judge on this so we can move on from Mario All-Stars. Is Mario All-Stars a Super Mario game?
To me, Mario All-Stars is a Super Mario game. And
okay.
This one, you've convinced me that this one is not because it's just added levels.
Now,
so I will say that one is not.
Okay. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. It is a package of 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. If they did more with this, I might consider it like its own thing.
It's just, it really is just. It's such a minimal collection.
Slap a ROM on a cart and call it a day.
I cannot believe
Galaxy's
they did that
HD,
and then had.
And it does look a lot better, but it's ultimately like, yeah, cool. You made it. It's an HD version.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, that's just okay. So that's just a re-release. We're gonna just kind of skip over that. All right. What's our next one?
Versus Super Mario Brothers. It is a arcade port of Mario 1 with some additional antics to make you have to put in more coins.
Yeah, so I've played this, and I would argue that it's different enough to be its own.
That's fair.
I think it counts.
What's the argument here? Like, what's different enough about it to make it
its
own
item
game?
placement mainly.
A couple things, but item placement, and also if we're putting lost levels on here, it's almost like that, where it's just like it's almost like a remix. Like the graphics look exactly the same, visually it looks exactly the same, but they've just tweaked some things, and they really want to hype up because this is an arcade game, right? So they really want to hype up the competing for high scores aspect. So there's a bit more of a multiplayer thing, I believe. I've played it before. You're not both on the same screen still, but it wants you to like. Well, I guess they did that in the original on the NES. I don't know. I would argue that it is its own game.
I don't know if there's
not
enough,
familiar enough. Go ahead.
I don't know if there's enough different there. Like it is just from what I've seen. You have played it. I admit I have not played this, so I will. You can fill me in more, but it just seems like it's the same levels mixed with like a bit of like a challenge hike. It seems like more like the Master Quest version of Ocarina of Time, where they remix some dungeons, they add some they change the dungeon layouts in some areas, but it's still Ocarina of Time. Like that's not like a standalone Zelda game. It's like a remixed version of that. Is what I would say. It's like the Master Quest.
You've convinced me. I was not that passionate about this. That all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We can discount it then.
Okay. I'm not familiar enough with it to really have an opinion, so I'm just going to go ahead. From what it sounds like just slight enough changes, not enough to justify a new game.
We're gonna get weird. Yeah. Super Mario Game and Watch. It is a Game and Watch game, so I don't know if you would actually classify those as full on, I
do. But, I'm like, all right, that's in.
But mainline? Mainline?
Yes.
I don't know. It's like calling the Tiger Electronic version of Mortal Kombat. Like, no, there's some stuff here.
No, it's not like some rip-off where they just handed it to nobody. These were the people who made the fucking Game Boy.
True. Yeah.
They're the people. They're literally the same people who then make Mario Land.
But isn't that
not
more,
a joke?
Isn't that more like a foundation versus an actual full-on game though?
So I want to be clear. So this is, when was this again? What year?
The Mario game and what? Let's see.
Problem is, if you Google Mario Game & Watch, it's all about that new one they did.
Game & Watch original.
Okay, wait, it's 86.
86, yeah. It is, well, it has its own box art and everything, but there are 8 worlds. What? Okay, alright. That alone.
That was my question. I was like, is there enough content in here to say, or does it fall into the content issue? But if it's got 8 words,
yep,
seems like a full game to me.
Yep. All right, that did it.
All right.
To me, that says if it's got, because that was my argument. I was sitting here thinking, I was like, is this Game and Watch going to actually have enough content to justify it? Or does it fall back into all the other arguments we've made about not having a significant, not being a significant enough difference? But that sounds to me like that's a full game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say that's
I'm agreed with that. That alone convinced me. The BS Super Mario Collection. This was released on the
fuck is this?
The Satellaview. It was a
Jesus Christ.
An add-on for the Super Famicom?
Yeah.
What?
You plugged it into your
TV.
TV
I've never seen this.
And routed it through a cable box, and you would get games through cable. This was a re-release of Super Mario All-Stars, but with voice acting.
Okay, so actually, this is going to be a point of contention later, because the Mario Advance games are also remakes that just added voice acting and graphical updates.
I don't think it is. I just wanted to point that out because it's really weird.
No, I'm glad you did. I have learned something new today.
Yes, All Night Nippon Super Mario Brothers. It is a
brother. You cannot put these on the list, and then you cannot put these on the list, and then wait. I think I have seen this one. Wait, is this? Yeah, this is dude. I love Japan and their fucking TV show gimmicks with these games. It's so nuts. Right? It's Eric, you gotta look this shit up. It's like a ROM hack they did for this show. It's so fucking weird.
Is it considered an official release?
No, I just wanted to mention it.
Okay. I was sitting there. I was like, I have no. What was that title one more time?
All Night Nippon, Nippon, Super Mario Brothers.
You can't count this. I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay.
Is it a weird piece of history? Yes. Is it a Mario game, mainline Mario game? Yeah, brother. I might pull the classic Hulk Hogan here and just be like, it doesn't work for me, brother. We're not gonna. I don't think we can do business on this one. Mm-hmm. So, what's our next one? Like I said, I'm getting a little bit. We're coming up on that 2-hour mark here.
Okay. The Mario Advance series, they're just re-releases for the Game Boy Advance.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some people on the initial video that I mentioned referenced Super Mario 64 2 but it's an unreleased game. They're like, it
Can't
counts. No, it's unreleased. Same thing with
it doesn't count.
Yeah. And here's a weird one.
You can't count a game that never came out.
Super Mario Brothers Special for the PC 8801. Jeff Gersman played this. It tortured himself with it. It is it's an original Mario game, not made by Nintendo, but it follows the 8-world
Hudson
formula.
made this.
Yeah.
Hudson did a bunch of weird remakes with Nintendo. Like they did a Donkey Kong 3 one.
But it's not a remake.
I don't know what their
original levels.
Is.
It's the Mario 1 color palette. But the thing is, here's the thing. It's terrible. It doesn't scroll. Once you finish a screen, the next screen has to load in.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Some of this I've heard of before, but I kind of forgot until you just triggered. No, fuck this. Get this in the trash.
I don't think you want to open up the door to let this on the list. This corrupts the rest of the list.
This one is not even different enough. The Game & Watch one is at least that's a very unique format. This is really can we take Mario 1 and make it worse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally just be let's take all the fun out of this here video game and see what happens.
Pretty much.
So, I feel like you can't corrupt the list by putting this shit on there.
Now this might be some contention. Yeah. Donkey Kong. It's not. It came out before Super Mario was established.
Well, that's the thing. If we're calling Super Mario, no, it is not.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I could make an argument for Donkey Kong 94, the Game Boy version of Donkey Kong, because it's a 2D platformer. There are 8 worlds that go over the standard ice world, fire world, jungle environment, and you do fight a boss in the end and save a princess. I think it's a Super Mario game.
I might agree with you on this. This one is a hard one for me.
It's weird. I think it's both a Donkey Kong game, but it meets a lot of it's honorary Super Mario game.
I would say so but I would also call it a Donkey Kong game.
Yeah.
It's. Yeah.
I think the big question is it more of a Donkey Kong game or is it more of a Mario game?
It's weird. You do start out by the first few levels are you playing arcade Donkey Kong. And then once you beat arcade Donkey Kong, it opens up and you're on a world map. And then you're playing a Super Mario game. So it is... Play Donkey Kong 94, emulate it. It's on 3DS for $4. It is wild. But...
I side with Michael on this. Mm-hmm. I'm going to side with Michael.
Look at us, we agreed.
Yeah, we finally agreed. Holy shit.
To me, this sounds like a Mario game.
Yeah.
Because the bulk of the game is Mario gameplay. It just opens up with a Donkey Kong. To me, that's a Mario game.
Yeah.
I would only play Devil's Advocate to note that in Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3, you also do not play as Donkey Kong. But I would call those Donkey Kong games.
But I think the baseline gameplay is of a style of Donkey Kong. It sounds like it opens up into a Mario style gameplay.
It's a game that constantly loops. There's no you go to a kill screen at the end of regular Donkey Kong. This has a final goal with a final boss with worlds that you have to travel through in order to get to that.
Yeah. I just think the gameplay is similar enough to a Mario game that it's a Mario game. So I would put that as
call it a Mario game for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Mario game.
Then Mario versus Donkey Kong, that's a weird one.
I would say if you count Donkey Kong 94, Mario versus Donkey Kong also counts.
Gotcha, because I saw the gameplay was similar, I just didn't play enough of it to really make an opinion on it.
It's basically a sequel. It's the same kind of gameplay.
I'm looking at this here, Mario versus Donkey Kong.
This will be the determining factor. But yeah, it's weird because there's also the mini aspect, and there's the fact that the Mario vs. Donkey Kong sequels are more tower defense games or real-time strategy style games.
Donkey Kong. They really fucked up the Mario vs. Donkey Kong sequels, in my opinion. I feel like they had a really good thing with Mario vs. Donkey Kong 1, and then they...
I played March of the Minis at a kiosk at a Walmart, and I'm I don't know. This is a kind of fun time.
This, to me, is a Mario game.
Yay! Great. Okay.
None of the sequels look to be Mario games.
Super
But
Princess.
this looks to be a Mario.
Yeah. I agree with that. Super Princess Peach. I'm going to say Super Mario game because you are Princess Peach traveling through worlds to save Mario. It's like an inverse of that. Like, it's a role reversal thing, but I think that counts.
Same thing as the Wario situation.
Yeah.
No, she does play differently, though, I believe. I never played this one either, I hate to say. But I also have no opinion. Like, we could throw it in there. That's fine.
I think if you make the Wario argument, you kind of got to ride with it on this one. So I would.
Mario's in the game. It's Peach trying to say Mario, and so it's like it doesn't rely. You can stand on its own. I don't know why I'm saying that, but yeah, it's a cool twist of like the Super Mario trope, and because of that, I think it deserves to be on the same plane. Mario Super Picross and a platformer, but it has Super and Mario in it.
You can't count that.
This is the one game Japan was like, yeah, this is on our list, but it's on no one else's. Super Mario Brothers 35, which is delisted. You can't play it anymore. It is a battle royale Mario Brothers where you play through Mario and play through the original Super Mario Brothers, and as you killed enemies, it would appear on other. Was released. It's like Pac-Man 99 and Tetris 99. It even has like the same like the numbers have like the same lettering. I would argue it's more that series, because the level structure is 1-to-1 Super Mario Brothers. It's just that like battle royale mechanic that I think separates it.
See, I think it totally counts as a Super Mario game, just with a battle royale focus instead.
Sounds to me like is the foundation of the gameplay playing Mario Brothers? It's just that every time you kill an enemy, you send it to your screen. It's the same thing than like a Mario Maker. That when you play it, it's Mario Brothers. So to me, that's a Super Mario game.
All right. I'm not really passionate about it. I just thought it was funny that Japan was like, yeah, this one, and everyone else was like, no. What are you talking about?
Japan's correct.
Japan is not always, but sometimes.
Every once in a while.
Hotel Mario. No. This was a CD.
I couldn't believe you put that on the list.
I just wanted to remind people that someone has to.
I appreciate it, because only the Zelda CDI games get shit, and I'm like, they put a Mario one on there too, guys.
Yeah, it is. Mario has a hotel and he closes doors. Moving on.
Yeah, I think you're trolling if you try to put that one on there.
Yep. Super Mario Party. Mario Party.
No, that's Mario Party.
That's Mario. Yeah, there's like a million sequels to that thing.
Super Mario Kart. Mario Kart.
Nope.
That's Mario Kart. Yeah.
Super Paper Mario.
We're just gonna keep going through this. Nope. Paper Mario. Actually, in fairness, Super Paper Mario is like nothing else.
It's Super Paper Mario is like a platformer too, but its style is so like story focused that it's more yeah.
I would agree if it wasn't so rooted in the Paper Mario aesthetic.
True.
I would count it as a and the difference between this and say Yoshi's Island and Wario Land is that Paper Mario had been established beforehand. This isn't like with Yoshi and Wario Land where they're trying to establish something new. This is an already established thing.
Yeah.
I think that it's too close to that franchise not to just lump it in.
Okay, the dog's getting antsy. We got to keep moving.
Okay. Yeah. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Nope, own thing.
No. I'm calling it into it. Okay.
Well, that was
that's where you're at, brother.
Yeah, okay.
If that's where you're at,
that's why I was last. That's why I was last. So like throwing the towel, going, all right, let's wrap it up here. So,
that list, though.
Yeah.
There was some fascinating Mario games on there that I have not heard of.
Yeah.
So that in itself is amazing. That like some of these I've not heard of. Like I have heard of like. Go ahead.
And in the end, these arguments were just like a fun conversation to have. In the end, if you like Mario, play Mario. It doesn't matter if like they're roped into like this nebulous Super Mario category. It's just fun to argue semantics about Mario every once in a while. Someone has to.
And if you don't like Mario, I would argue you could play Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, which is a classic game in the Yoshi franchise.
Fair.
With that parting shot, State of the Save at gmail.com with all your emails at State of the Save on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And thank you for being with us today, man. That was fun.
This has been a blast. I'm so glad I got to come on for this topic in particular.
This is this topic. I tell you, like, yeah, I did not see where this one was going, but it went places. We have Undertale came out last week. Definitely check that out. It was a great episode. Undertale Part 2 will be out next week when you hear this. I'm having to remember all of this stuff because time travel happens when you record podcasts. And then we have a bunch of crazy cool stuff coming up. Sonic Adventure 2 will be coming up soon. A bunch of other cool, crazy stuff. It'll be a great few months here at State of the Save. Thank you guys for joining us today. And as always, stay safe out there. Thank you.